Hey guys, this is FNGR. I'd like to give special thanks to ZuTheSkunk, the man who gave me my vectors for my OC in the first place. Tricky Fox, Grey Silvermane, and Briz Ninja for helping making this podcast. For making this as a fun experience as possible. Especially Grey for his amazing art job on the thumbnail. Next time we'll be doing Sean Howell, aka King Cheeto, from the furry community. He's actually had some work in the comic book industry, in radio comics, as well as in Arctic Press. He even had a spot in Disney, so keep your eyes open for that one.
Yeah.
Hello, sir. How are you today? Hello, sir. How are you today?
How is done? So, yay! We managed to get the crew together. Well, almost.
Good enough.
Try and made it down.
Oh, we could start off. I'm just going to do the quick intro. This is FNGR welcoming you to Limbo podcast, joined by the following co-hosts: Grey Silvermane.
Hello, everyone.
Tricky Fox.
Guten Tag.
And this week's King of Limbo, ZuTheSkunk.
Hi.
Oh, alright, sir. You've been on DeviantArt for 7 years. Have there been any changes to the community or, quite frankly, the site that you found challenging?
Could you repeat?
You've spent your time on DeviantArt for about 7 years. Did you find that there have been anything changes from the DeviantArt community or the site in general that you found difficult to adapt to?
Well, there's been various changes on DeviantArt that I found, less than ideal, let's say. Mostly to the interface.
Oh.
Although I need to think which exactly. And now that I certainly don't like how they changed the top bar or how the galleries are handled.
Oh, were there any old features that you liked that they don't have anymore?
I'm certain that there was something, but I can't recall out of the top of my head.
What's your favorite fandom to draw for?
MLP, obviously. It's what I draw the most, or at least used to.
Well, I see you have a thing for Five Nights at Freddy as well, right?
Well, it kind of, although it never truly took off, at least in terms of drawings.
Have you actually played the games or just watched Let's Play like everyone else?
Well, I did actually play them, although every single time I first watched other people play them.
What's the most commissions that you've taken on at once?
You mean like? Well, I think certainly it was over 10. I think.
Did you ever find the numbers were overwhelming?
What do you mean?
Do you ever feel that what's your magic spot for numbers? Do you ever feel that there were too many where you're like, oh, I've learned from that experience?
Well, I think 20 was too many.
Whew. How long did that generally take?
Okay, I'm impressed.
Though, of course, not in one day, of course.
Okay, I like to ask this question to people. Why a skunk?
Come again?
Why a skunk as your avatar?
Oh, it's a long story. It's well, it was from when I was first discovering the furry fandom. Nowadays, it's not much of a connection.
Oh, how did you discover the furry fandom?
Well, it was mostly, I think it was mostly thanks to a webcomic about a skunk.
Oh, Sabrina Online?
Yes.
Good man. I noticed, go ahead.
I have no idea what that webcomic is.
I'll toss you a link later. Me and Grey are over here triggered. Yes, you're no longer going to be considered a furry, Tricky. Get out of here.
Yeah, you're losing points.
Yes.
I never claimed to be one.
You're a fox. Anyways, I noticed you were not a big fan of maybe I might be wrong on this, the CMC getting their cutie marks. Did you have any problems with that episode?
Well, I didn't see it, but I just don't like the designs. I don't think it looks good.
Speaking of problematic episodes, were there any that came out that started to create problems for you as an artist, where people saw something new and they're like, I want you to draw this, and you're like, ugh.
I didn't like the change they did in Magical Mystery Cures, so yeah, I think that one is a little obvious.
When the wings came, as I've heard.
Yes.
The Wings of Doom!
Let's go with an academic one. Who's best pony?
I'm not really sure. I never solidified an opinion on that. Although I know that I had quite an affinity for Nightmare Moon in my time.
Nicely done. What's your field of study?
A unique choice.
Oh, go ahead.
Come again?
Go ahead, Gray.
No, I said a unique choice about Nightmare Moon.
Oh, thanks.
What's your field of study?
Field of study?
Yes, either when or if you are still attending any kind of academia.
No, I've never studied. I don't think I could.
How long have you been drawing?
Probably since middle school, I think. Only as a hobby.
Is there any particular picture you are especially proud of?
Well, there are a few.
Okay,
Am I supposed to link them or?
Oh,
you can describe them
yes.
if you want to, or link us.
Yes.
Well, it's mostly the ones I like the most are the humorous, more ridiculous ones. But basically, my favorite pictures are the ones that gather the most responses.
The one that got the most attention. Okay, I can understand that.
Okay.
Where have you traveled and where would you like to go?
Come again?
Where have you traveled and where would you still like to go?
I don't really travel. The farthest I traveled, I think, was to the borders of my country.
Which end?
Well, to the border with Czech. I don't know if that's how I'm supposed to pronounce.
Czechoslovakia?
Czechoslovakia doesn't exist since the 90s.
I'm going to edit that out.
Okay.
Okay. Where Gray totally burned me. You know what? On second thought, I'm going to leave that in where Gray completely wrecked me.
No,
Wow.
I think that's the Czech Republic.
Yeah, it's Czech Republic and the Republic of Slovakia.
Yes.
You had some issues with Spike at your service back in the time. Would you count Meriwether Williams as your least favorite writer in the show?
Well, I wouldn't say my least favorite, but, well, that one episode didn't do her any favors.
Yeah, it's not particularly good. Though I still think that Some Pony to Watch Over Me is worse.
I'm not sure. I'm not even sure which episode was that.
It's the one where Applejack goes Supermom and Apple Bloom.
Who, if anyone, if you had a chance to work with someone in the community, is there anyone that you'd like to work with?
I'm not really sure, since I don't think I would be able to contribute much if they were much better artists than me.
Oh, you're awesome.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Yeah.
Whose artwork do you admire in and out of the Bernie fandom?
Well, Atruel for one,
Mm-hmm.
and there's probably a few others. I can't recall them.
What's your biggest distraction from drawing?
Browsing the internet.
Good man. I was looking through your old journal entries and you said something about problems in the fandom around 2013. That was a bit before my time. What sort of nonsense was going on around then?
I don't recall what you're talking about.
Okay, that's perfectly fine. You did a video for Five Nights at the Vault. Did you work on any of that or was it just promotion?
You mean the mod?
Yes!
I made it myself.
Oh, you actually did the mod yourself?
Yes.
Cool.
Oh, do you have any experience programming besides, or like, where did you get your start with that?
I'm pretty sure I have most of my knowledge programming from modding Bethesda games, the other Scrolls games, and I think I started out with Morrowind.
Ooh, old school modders. That's pretty awesome.
What other...
Okay.
Go ahead. Oh, go ahead.
Okay. Recently you gave me a link to The Return of the North Wind, for which I'm very grateful for. Do you have any other shows or movies from your childhood that you're very nostalgic for, you'd like to recommend us or something?
Well, there are various nostalgic shows and movies I could recommend. Many of them are well-known ones, like from Disney or Pixar. And of course the classics like the cartoon shows like Courage the Cowardly Dog or Eddie.
Have you any...
Okay.
Go ahead.
Favorite Disney movie, since you brought it up?
I'm not really sure if I could pick one.
Where would you put Zootopia in there?
Well, it's somewhere in there, but I wouldn't say at the top. I would lean more towards Emperor's New Groove.
Oh yeah,
Good one.
that's a fun one.
Wonderful.
Very underappreciated.
Mm.
What do you have any thoughts on the proper MLP movie coming out, where they're actually using the ponies and whatnot?
I can't say I have any thoughts, considering that it's past Magical Mystery Cure.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So you don't like anything after Magical Mystery Cure?
Well, there are some things I like, but I stopped watching the show after season 4.
Okay, what about the Equestria Gold movies?
I saw them. I didn't like the concepts, so I just avoided them.
That's pretty good. What's your favorite bad movie?
Bad movie.
Yeah, sometimes people remark fondly on something that's kind of schlocky or goofy.
I don't have tendency to watch bad movies, though. I suppose I kind of like Quest for Camelot or Cars 2.
Oh, okay. No, I'm surprised I don't ask this one more often. What's your favorite ethnic food that's native to your country?
I'm not sure if I could even tell what are ethnic foods in my country.
If you could steal one person's talent, what would it be and why?
Actual artistry, since I don't really know how to do perspective or things like that. On second thought, well, the ability to 3D model, actually.
Is there an artist you really like his works and so on?
Well, there are various, like the previously mentioned Atril. Is that how I'm supposed to pronounce it?
Do you have a link to his work?
I think I have him on hand somewhere. If you want to, I can link him.
Oh yeah, I'll definitely probably try and include that in the description of the video when it comes out. I know Gray here mentioned during his podcast growing up with the Berlin Wall. Was that something you experienced in your time in your area?
Actually, I didn't grow up with the Berlin Wall. I was 2 when it fell. I said I grew up with the what's it called? The world that was created by the Berlin Walls. Basically, that everything from the 80s came in the 90s.
The Berlin Wall fell in 1990, so been a while since then, you know.
Hi, Ninja!
We got a Ninja.
Good evening.
Now the European podcast is complete.
Yes.
Yeah.
I do apologize for being late. I was stuck in traffic. But
Oh, it's fine. The audio didn't want to work for like a good 20-30 minutes, and then Skype was preventing Zhu from joining the call.
Oh, really?
Yes.
What? So have we actually started yet, or?
Oh yeah, no. He was explaining how the show had lost its luster after the wings came.
Oh, I do apologize.
Also, I put the link in the chat.
Do you have any personal favorite cartoon characters?
I don't think I could pick one. Well, basically, I rarely have favorites for anything.
Oh, what do you feel makes a bad character or a good one then?
A bad character is obviously one that is annoying and you don't want to follow his endeavors.
What about, like, design-wise? Because you're an artist, of course. Have you ever seen someone's OC and you've just went, oh, God, I don't want to look at it?
Well, every time they put too many accessories or colors that clash with each other.
The mental image you gave me there was Square Enix's rendition of the Batman with too many buckles and too many belts.
That thing had edges on edges.
Yes. You mentioned that you were you're a modder yourself. Are there any specific companies that you said you worked with? What was it, Bethesda Games? Is there any other ones that you names that you're happy with that has given you time to express yourself as someone who mods games, or who's the most problematic?
You mean which games I modded, right?
Well, I mean, are there specific companies there that lend themselves to modding besides Bethesda, and which are the worst?
I'm not sure if there are companies that allow modding their games this much.
Valve have always been pretty good.
Well, I haven't really been playing Valve games aside from Portal.
Oh yeah, Portal's awesome.
Yeah.
Are there any games that you're looking forward to coming out?
And don't say Half-Life 3.
No, he can say whatever he wants.
He could actually say Half-Life 3, there's a chance.
Well, right now I was waiting for the actual release of the Torment Tides of Numenera.
What?
What kind of game's that? I never heard of it.
It's an RPG that is a spiritual successor to Planescape Torment.
Oh, is that expected this year?
It's supposed to come out on 28 February.
That's a ways off. Have there been any games canceled that have, in recent time, that have you found disappointing?
Come again?
Have there been any games that you were looking forward to that got canceled that disappointed you?
Games that got cancelled, I was disappointed over that.
Yes.
I'm not really sure. I don't think that there has been any such cases. Although I could recall a few where the game was released and I was disappointed.
Oh yeah, let's go with that then. What game you were excited for, hyped up about, and it really pissed you off? Like
the first example that comes to my mind is the newest Fallout game, which I hate so much that I don't even want to call it by its actual name.
Really? Wow, I haven't heard that many people shit talk Fallout 4, to be honest.
By all means, could go on.
Oh yeah, I'm interested.
It's mostly because the game just changes too much, and there are many changes that I think are completely nonsensical and done for the sake of changing things. And personally, I follow mentality: if it ain't broken, don't fix it. So.
And I understand why that's the case. I understand why many games development companies do change up their formulas, but I do agree with you there. Like, I see the same way with Dead Rising. They change it up way too much, and it's not even a Dead Rising game anymore. So yeah, I can definitely see where you're coming from with that.
Yeah, there's an art in reinventing something without making it too different.
Well, when you change something, or when you remove something that's fundamental to a game, or a movie, or a franchise, or something like that, you're meant to replace it with something interesting and new, that it's meant to completely fill up the void, so to speak. And it's like, it's okay, we're just shifting it up a little bit. And yeah, that most cases in games, they remove aspects, and they just don't replace it with anything interesting enough to warrant that thing to being taken out in the first place.
You remind me of Fable going from 1 to 2 to 3.
I don't really play that many games, so I'll let you talk about it.
All right.
Oh, I was just going to ask, have we already talked about movies?
A bit, yes.
I suppose that'd be redundant then. It's just, I'm looking at his style, it looks very Disney-esque.
Yes, we definitely asked him about Disney.
Oh, right then.
I'm trying to think if there's anything. I think I've ran out of questions, if anyone has anything left.
Well, I have the title card.
Oh yeah, let's see the
Yeah, it's not fully colored yet because, like I said, I got kept up at work on Monday for over 12 hours. So yeah, the day after I was pretty much a zombie.
I love your demented smile, Gray. It's amazing.
Thanks.
I like the little red eye just in the corner. That's a nice touch.
Oh, where is it? I'm looking for it. Oh yeah, no.
It's a mirror.
Oh. You've outdone yourself, nice. Gray.
Thanks.
Indeed. Well,
it's certainly interesting.
All right.
Yeah, if you want to, I can give you a screenshot of how it looked somewhat colored about an hour ago. I mean about 20 minutes before we started.
All right.
I'm sure we could send it later.
All right. Yeah, no,
He reminds me of that squirrel from Animaniacs.
Oh yeah.
Skippy. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I basically took a look at your gallery, and I found like 5 renditions of a skunk, and I kind of tried to pull out an average of those.
Well, it doesn't stink.
Thanks.
Kind of reminds me how I created my Fox OC back in the day. I used several Disney screenshots and photos of real foxes.
If there's anything I could point out here, that would be that the eye color that would be closer to that Fluttershy picture.
Yeah, the eyes aren't colored yet. This is just a mask for it.
Oh, okay.
So they will be green.
Thanks.
All right, I'm entirely out of questions. I've had a great time. If anyone has anything left before we go. Well, Ju, if you ever needed to be in touch again, you know where to reach any of us. I had a great time, and I really appreciate it, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was fun.
I just wanted to apologize since I'm not much of a conversationalist.
It's alright.
It's fine.
No, I understand and I appreciate it. All right.
Good. Hey, if anything, we can, jeżeli co, to możemy obgadywać ich po polsku za ich plecami.
Was that the promise to talk shit about me in front of me, Gray?
Maybe.
Okay, good. In my head, I was going to ask if we would have had a smoother start. I was going to ask Gray to do the intro in Polish. I would have thought that it was let him sound all extravagant.
Anthony is already looking for a third Polish man to translate whatever Gray just said.
Yes.
Yeah, that would be weird.
Yes.
God, I can imagine a King of Limbo just with really everyone speaking foreign languages, and Anthony's just sitting there, just like, you like sports?
9.
Yeah, yeah. That will be no longer the King of Limbo. That will be the King of Bible.
Indeed.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to hit stop on the recording.